Hey, it's Kevin with Juggernaut USA, and today we're going to be walking through the 2024 Plus Ford Ranger and Ranger Raptor skid plate install. So we got a couple packages here. We got the full package out on the table. You can buy them individually as an engine package, which comes with the front skid and the engine skid with an oil drain dropout panel, our transmission skid and transfer case. Includes all hardware. Our engine skid package does use a spacer block here. So unfortunately it's not compatible with the Raptor front skid plate, but you can get our package that does fit on the Raptor, which we got behind us, that we'll be doing an install on, and we'll jump into the install. All right, so we're under the truck now. If you do have any factory skid plates, we'll need to pull those ahead of time. Since this was a Raptor, it had a front shield and an engine shield and a transfer case. All of those are going to be 15mm sockets to get those off. I've already done that. And for our skid plates, the first step, we're going to start at the front and work our way back. For the engine skid plate, is going to be mounting this spacer bracket here. So your kit will come with 2 fully threaded shorter bolts. These are all M10 bolts. Those will be for installing this spacer, and we're going to go ahead and put blue Loctite on the threads of all of these bolts we're using today. And we'll go ahead and get this started. All right, so we got our M10 fully threaded bolts in here like that with a washer, and the pre-installed riv nuts will be facing down. We got a little blue Loctite on there. It is helpful to have an impact or a socket so that you can spin these into the factory holes here. That'll go just like that. That'll go here. These things are 35 foot-pounds. To tighten that, we can go ahead and tighten this now. Now that we've got this spacer block on here, we can go ahead and install our engine skid and then our front skid. So I'll go ahead and grab those and we'll get it started. All right, before we put our skid plates on, we got 3 of our partially threaded M10 bolts, and these will go in the rear engine crossmember. Just turn these in a couple turns. We are going to do the center and the left and right most ones. There are 2 other holes. We will not be using those. So we'll get these turned in just a couple turns like that. Once those are in place, we can go ahead and slide in our engine skid. We'll get a couple more bolts just ready with a washer here. Alrighty. And we do recommend putting blue Loctite on all of these just for this installation process. Right now I'm not going to put it on these bolts, but for your vehicle, please use blue Loctite that is provided on all these bolts. So we'll line this up with our spacer block riv nuts. Again, we can just turn these a couple turns by hand to hold it in place. We got 3 up here, 2 that go into our spacer block. And the 3rd one goes into the factory hole over here on the differential mount. All right, and then we'll go ahead and grab the front skid plate and get that one installed. All right, so we got our front skid plate here, and this is going to slide on top of our engine skid plate that we just put in, just like that. We'll grab 2 more bolts that will go into this factory front location here. All right, just slide everything to line it up, just like that. And we can go ahead, if we're just doing the engine skid plate install, we can tighten these bolts. We're doing the full skid plate, so we'll come back and tighten everything at the end. From here, we'll move on to the transmission skid plate install. All right, since we're doing the full skid plate package, the transfer case goes underneath the rear end of the transmission skid here. So we're gonna go ahead and do some prep. We're actually gonna remove these factory clip nuts that came with them. These Ford ones are quite thin and they are prone to snapping if you use them multiple times. So we highly recommend replacing these with our clip nuts. And just a little persuasion and a flathead screwdriver usually makes quick work of these. And the way that I'm getting these out, I'll show you, is essentially there's a retention clip in there that holds it in the hole, and all I'm doing is getting my flathead in there and essentially prying up that retention clip so that it'll slide out. With the new ones, kind of same style, they're just a stronger spring steel. Got that retention clip, and obviously the barrel will go up, so it helps to get these started by hand. Sometimes you can just muscle them right in there like that. Fortunately, on these Rangers, you got plenty of room, which is nice. Go ahead and get that one in there too. And if they are being a little stubborn, I'll just show you. Good trick. You got a small hammer in the flathead. You just put the flathead like that. Makes it a lot easier to get it in. And then we've got one more clip nut for this kit here. The rest of this transmission cross member is threaded. There is one clip nut location right here next to your transmission mount. And so that'll snap right in there. And then this bolt hole location on the far passenger side is the only M12 bolt. Everything else on this car is an M10. So you have one silver washer and one black M12 bolt. That'll go right here, and we'll get to that when we throw the skid in. For right now, if you're only doing the transmission, we need to get these 3 bolts in. It's slotted on the front end of the transmission, so that'll go above the engine here, and we'll grab that skid plate, get it in. All right, up next is the transmission skid here. And so we're gonna slot this in between the engine cross member and the engine skid. And that'll just go up like that. We'll get these holes lined up in the back. So I'm only gonna put this M12 bolt in to hold the rear of this transmission skid, because the transfer case shares the 3 bolt holes on my left here. So we'll basically leave this like that. We'll leave that hand tight, and we'll go ahead and put this transfer case skid plate on next. All right, so I got my transfer case now, and we're essentially gonna line this up through the transmission skid that we just got. We'll get one on over here, and I'll actually go all the way over to the frame, get another one on over here. Just makes it a little easier to not be balancing this skid. All right, we got that. Obviously leave them tight enough so that you can still manipulate the skids to get them lined up. Right. So that'll use 5 of the M10 bolts and washers. 2 at the frame rail here, and then 3 that'll share with the transmission skid. Once we get all these bolts hand tight, we'll just make sure everything's aligned how we want it. Everything is looking good, and we'll go ahead and tighten all the bolts from back to front, and it's gonna be 35 foot-pounds on all of these bolts here. And with that, your skid plate install is complete.